Okay guys, welcome to Let's Go Catch Some Snaps. I took the power probe out of here and I just kind of want to show you guys what's going on here. Alright, the first thing we have to connect the power probe to the battery. So it comes with this type of setup here. All you're going to connect that in there. It's got a positive and negative. This shows you precisely the way to do it. Alright, so we're going to connect this right now. Just like that. Okay, bam. Then we're going to go into the batteries part. Okay, and the first thing we need to do is we're going to turn the switch on. Okay, because we're going to have to power up the lights. I'm going to turn the switch on just like that. All right, and then I'm going to connect my positive lead to my positive part here, and my negative lead to my negative. As soon as I did that, there's a little beep that you're going to hear from the power probe, and what that means is that the actual power probe is connected. Okay, when it is connected, you see the little horn there shows it's on. Okay, if you press up, it will apply 12 volts, and if you press down, it's for the ground. It could actually give a ground to the light. So you're actually not only gonna, you're able to test the circuit and see how it works. So right now I'm gonna turn on the boat light. Okay, we're gonna take a look at what the light does in the front. Okay, right now it's turned on. All right, so the light in the front of the boat should be lit, and you can see it's lit, but very, very, very light. So we're going to take this off and we're going to find out how many volts are getting in there. Alright, so this is how low the actual socket is. And I'm going to connect the power probe to the power source, which is the back of the socket. Okay, and if you look at the power probe, what it's telling me here is that the bulb or the light is only getting 5.2 volts, and that's not good, guys, because this has to have a minimum of 12 volts to work correctly. So I'm getting from 5.2 to 5.1 volts in that circuit. So I'm going to take it off and look at the bottom and see what's going on with this thing. Alright guys, so I went on the other side of this splice, and when I look at my power probe, there's 12.3 volts. Now when I check the other side of the light, see what it says here? There's 12.2 volts. So what is the difference between that and this? Look, we have 4.6 volts here. So there's obviously a problem in here in the wiring. So let me check and see something. Stay tuned. Alright, let's take a look at the first thing I found here that I found a problem with, guys. The first thing that the guy, whoever it was that worked on this boat, and believe it or not, it could have been a mechanic, right? It probably could have been a mechanic. I'm not surprised that there's a mechanic that did that. Okay, the bulb, right, it's got two sides. The ground actually goes on here, on this side, and then the positive goes in the back of the bulb. Well, whoever did this, right, if we look in the power probe and I probe the back of it, look at that. 0 volts, so that means that's a ground circuit. And when I touch the side, it shows 12.4 volts. So whoever rigged this here, right, whoever took this apart here and put this socket in here, did this splice in here, did the wrong thing. He actually installed the bulb, the connectors here, wrong. So I'm going to fix it right now. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so I was talking to you a little bit about the power probe and the good things that it has and how easy it is to check a circuit. Well, we found out that one of the reasons why the light wasn't working is because we weren't getting sufficient voltage at the bulb. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hook up my negative lead of the power probe to the wire that I want to put power into. Okay, you can't do this with any other test light. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check the circuits. Okay. And when I put it on here, you see it makes a noise? That tells me that that circuit is complete. Okay, so that means that this is the one. See? And there's not a problem with the wire because it gives me full ground here. Okay, so that's a wire that I need to power, and then I'll check the other one just for you. I already know this is not going to sound, but anyway, as you can see, I'm touching the other side and it doesn't sound. So this wire right here that I spliced is going to be my positive lead. Okay, so I'm going to crimp it right now, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check it. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, so continuing what we're talking about, I already told you that if I get the power probe and I connect the power probe to one end of a wire and then put it on the other end, it'll show me that the circuit is complete. Okay, meaning this wire is good from here to here. Now let's say if the wire was broken, what would happen is this: you wouldn't get a beep at all. It would just tell you that there's an open circuit in the wire or something's wrong in the wire. But we found out that the guy that connected this light connected it wrong, and we want to connect it right. Okay, so we want to find out which wire is ground and which wire is your positive lead. So when I connect it here, right, it's going to beep and it's going to show me 00. That means this wire is my ground wire, and when I go ahead and I connect it on my other wire, it's going to beep and it's going to give me 12.3 volts. So this is the positive wire. This is a wire that needs to go connected here. So I'm just going to splice this up right now and connect this wire to that. Just like that. A little bit more. Very tough marine wire here, guys, but it's a good wire. So, got that little piece of plastic there. Alright, and here we have the wire already exposed, okay? So then all I'm going to do here, I'm going to put this wire right in here, just like that, the heat shrink. Okay, push it in as far as I can. My crimping tool, put it over it, just like that. Okay, make sure it's right on the metal piece there. And then crimp as hard as I can, okay? Once it's in there, you pull it, it's in there. So how do we seal that? All we have to do is get a little bit, the little torch and just heat it up. See how it's shrinking? Look how it shrinks. And what that does is completely seals this wire from all the elements. Just like that. Okay? Tell that thing is completely sealed in here and you're ready to go. So we got our power lead. We're going to do the same thing to the ground. Stay tuned. Alright guys, now let's take a look at this now. See if there's a difference or not of what I did here. When I go and I put the probe back on the back now, it's giving me 12.3 volts in the back. Remember where we had 4.7 before? And now when I touch the ground circuit, there's your ground. So now we have a working light. Okay, where before we had a dysfunctional light. And now I could move the bulb and you can see it does not turn off because it is tight in there. All right, so now I'm going to reassemble everything, and I'm going to put it away, and I'm going to tape it up and everything, and then tomorrow we're going to check the light to see if it comes right on. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe. Power Pro.